Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's session of Boost Your Online Sales. Today, we are going to talk about 10 proven strategies to optimize your e-store and convert more customers. We all know that in today's digital age, having an online store is a must for any business looking to succeed. The only business who are not going digital are the ones who wants to close their shops. For everyone else out there, digital is an indispensable part of their business philosophy, their business vision. However, just having an online store is not going to be enough. To truly thrive in the competitive world of e-commerce, you need to optimize your store for converting more customers from your portal, from your shops. And in today's session, we will try to understand for everyone's benefit, whether you are uh, a brand owner, a manufacturer, or a digital marketer, or a person who is in UI, UX, anyone, 10 proven strategies to help you just do one simple thing, which is converting more customers from your online store. And there is no pseudoscience in doing that. These are very much the points that we have over last 20 years at Refresh Ideas have learned, and they have worked for any kind of store, or whether it's a startup or a store which is or a business which is already in place, or a very reputable bigger brand. So let's jump into that and see what are those 10 important things to look at. The first and the foremost is simplifying your website. Yes, it sounds very easy, but it's not. Simple is never easy. Simple requires a lot of attention to detail. Simple means that when a user comes to your website, it should not look like an art gallery where he is guessing what is happening. He is guessing what steps to take next. We have to ensure that the website is, first of all, easy to navigate and the buying process is smooth, keeping the design clean and professional. As I said, it's not an art show. You don't have to be so creative that user who is coming on the website with an intention to either know about you or to know about the product or with an intention to buy that very moment got confuses, his attention is diverted and he goes somewhere else. It's also very important that when you are looking at your website, you have to also focus from the strategical point of view that what are the key important steps you want customer to take. And those are the elements that should be highlighted on your home page, on your product category pages, on your product detail page. I'll just take a very, very simple example. If I am selling shoes and a person is on my website, the first biggest thing I want him to do is to choose a category because just displaying him ladies' shoes or kids' shoes or anything else without knowing what the customer is looking for, whether he is looking for men, women, kids, or any other age group, specifically, there is no point keeping them on the same page. So that would be my very first step. And that should be depicted on the website. When you open up a website in the navigation on the home page, there should be banners which take users from one place to other. A very simple example, another example of this is when you go to the product page of any of the biggest online portal, one thing that stands out, the one single thing that stands out on the entire page is add to cart. Because that is the intentional purpose of running that portal. That once you are there, you review everything, you consume every information, but one action that you need to do along with many others is add to cart. So that is the most prominent button on the page. And after this, you can go back and just check this out. There could be 100 things happening, but that particular action takes precedence over everything else. And that's what we have to work when we are looking at our website. On the same note, the second important thing that work when you are looking to convert more visitors to more customers is optimizing your product pages. Innumerable times, multiple brands we have seen, and I'm talking about some of the very well known best brands out there. When you go to their website, they fill that page with so much of a junk that the actual product information takes hardly 20-25% of the page, and the 75% of the content on that page is not of any particular value. This needs to be reversed. Every element on a product page should add to the story. Each product page should have a very clear, compelling title, high quality images, and detailed product description. This much everyone knows, but getting it to action is a lot time intensive than it comes to the mind. Now, let me give you an example. Product images. Many a times what happens, you upload a product image, and the product image, if you really want to help the customer to make up their mind about the product, the best intention is to have the multiple product images. The product images should basically also showcase how that product can be looked when it is in use. For example, if it is a wallet, how it looks when you stuff up credit card within that and some currency bills into that. If it is a eatable item, FMCG good, or let's say apparels, people want to see how it looks on actual human being. A t-shirt, a trouser, a kurti, or whatever. When it is a item that is consumable, that is eatable item, then people want to know how that is going to look on the plate, or whenever you are using that as an adhesive to something, adding to that recipe, how that recipe will look. That increases lot of chances of that consumer understanding the product and then purchasing it. Just by having a product image of a particular product sometimes is not enough. Yes, in your mind, because you are the consumer, you are the manufacturer, you are the brand owner, or you are the seller of that product. You already know everything about that product, but customers do not always. A person, let's say, a foreign national coming to India, and he is looking for chai, and he comes to a page which is a chai page, masala chai, Indian masala chai or something. They used to have that tea. Chai is tea for them, tea without milk and without any other additions to that. But chai is a very different product. To make up their mind that chai is actually a very good product, it has good aroma, it has good taste, it's good for health, everything, and how it is prepared. Now you see, you still have that audience in your geographical area who probably buy your product, but he needs to understand all of this. For him, this product is new. Similarly, in each segment and each industry, those product usage should be kept in mind when you are talking about the product images and the product details and the title of the page. Moving in connection to the next step, streamline your checkout process. This is very important. You have a great website, you have a great product, you have a great description, and the user is ready to buy. Now your checkout process should be really simple, quick, and secure. There are multiple platforms available in this age that allows you to have this as a best given experience. Or whenever you are even doing a custom build e-commerce, in that scenario also, be your own customer. That's an advice I always give to all brand owners. Be your first customer. Don't think that you can go to your showroom and just pick up the products. Make it a habit every 10 days. Go to your website and order something for yourself. Go through the entire process. Each time you go through the entire process, a light bulb will open up and you will get an idea. You will get a single idea. Okay, this process can be rectified. This process can be optimized. This process can be quickened in this way. You go and talk to your development team. You go and talk to your design team and you get that done. And each incremental step on that path is going to lead you to more customers. I'll give you a very recent examples of a website, very well-renowned brand, Skechers. So we were looking for some shoes on Skechers. and their checkout process. You have to verify your account to make a purchase. And my sister is trying to order something for my mother on her birthday, and she could not do that because she was having a different mobile number at that time, and the SMSs were not going to her. And even after we have done that, it was a cumbersome process. So you need to fine tune this process. You need to be your own customer. You need to ask your friends and family to do that transactions for you. A very simple way to do that, you can always create a dummy product and you can always buy that out 10 rupees product, 5 rupees product just for yourself. You know the path. Just go there, buy that. That's one. But I would encourage not to use a dummy product, but to actually purchase it from your website. There is nothing, an experience which beats this experience. You will be your first customer. Moving forward, utilize social proof. Yes, social works. Social works is many more ways than you have thought of. Yes, it's good to have your Instagram page. Yes, it's good to have your Facebook page, your fans, your likes, and your reviews, everything over there. But the actual test of those social proofing, the actual benefit of that social proofing comes up when you show those customer reviews, you show those customer ratings, testimonials on your website alongside of your products or alongside your categories. Easy for the consumer to see that they are not the alone, they are not the first one, they are not the handful of the people who are trying to test your brand. There are already people before them who have purchased from you and have a positive experience. Just this knowledge that someone else was here before me, they have tested the product and the product is good. Just by knowing this, their confidence increases. I'll give you a very uh, down to earth example on this. You have always seen in a local market there are food stalls. In Delhi specifically, there are golgappa and tikki stalls, and you have seen that even if there are four or five of them lined up, one guy who is having a lot of rush, most of the people prefer to stand in a queue or hero that particular stall owner just to buy from him. They are not ready to test with the stall 2, stall 3, stall 4. What is the reason? The reason is simple. There is a social proof that these people are consuming, that if these many people are here buying the same thing, and why they are buying, why this number of people are buying from this stall and not other stalls is because probably this is better than others. So why should I risk? I should also go and buy from there. I don't want to risk my time, my money, and also my experience of today of having that particular thing to eat or anything to purchase. The same kind of experience can be replicated by showing the social proofs on your website, just to make your consumers extra confident in your brand and in your product. I hope this is all making sense to you. Another great strategy of luring the customer, luring the users to turn into customers is to work on special offers, discounts, and promotions from time to time. Now, it's easier to say always run a promotion, sale, or a discount, but then there could be a sale that could happen there for like 365 days of the year, but then there could be some smart sales or smart offers that you can always offer, which does not take away the value from you. It does not reduce your profit, but actually helps you increase your profit even while selling products at discount. For example, every product you ship comes with a logistic cost, and most often than not, people, the brand, the store owners consume that cost up. So your offers could be buy goods worth 500 rupees and get a free delivery. That way, you are actually increasing a person to buy you for at least 500 rupees so that the delivery cost can be consumed into that. Or this number can change for different industry. It could be 1,500, it could be 2,000, but the lower the number, the chances of the people availing that offer increases. You can always also encourage people to buy in bundles so that the logistic fees remains the same, but the product that they are buying increases. For example, you are selling a pair of socks. You can create a bundle of five different top selling socks, and that bundle can go into the same package as in one bundle at a reduced cost, and the consumer is happy and you are happy because ultimately you are selling more out of that. So think of these things. Think of things. Uh, I had this conversation with one of our very old client running an e-commerce store, and they said that why do we need to offer some discounts at every festival? And we have shared that study with them that consumers, and especially at the time of festivities, somehow understand that this is the time then when they get the best deals and they starts looking for deals. And this culture has been enhanced by Amazon's, Flipkart's, and other such bigger portals that there is a big billion sale, there is Diwali sale, there is this sale, there is this sale. So people are expecting sales at that time. And in that event, if you are not offering that, if you are missing on publicizing that, then they understand that this brand is not as active. This brand probably is not that consumer friendly, or this brand is too arrogant to share with us. So, unless and until you are a very high end exclusive brand, which can work with handful of clients, we encourage for everyone else to use these times of festivities to offer promotions, discounts. It gives you double edge advantage. One, it gets you a reason to go in front of your consumers and tell them, okay, this is happening, and thank you for being our customers. And secondly, it gives us an opportunity to sell more. We can come up with specialized packaging, we can come up with special combo offers, we can come up with more such ideas on those things, or combine products from different brands and offer it to the customer to give them the real value. On that note, let's move on to something which is a little bit more technical, but very much true to convert more consumers from our visitors, which is optimizing for mobile devices. We can easily say 60 to 80% of the consumer traffic on most of the websites is now coming from mobile devices. This is true for the biggest portal. It is true for the smallest of the brand. You can go check your analytics, and this can be true for you also. But what we fail to understand is the mobile device is a very different experience for the customer. It has less space. You can't run too many things on it. You have to be very clear about one, two, three, four, five. What are the elements of attraction? How the consumer will go from point A to point B. Everything have to be thought multiple times. So make sure your website is mobile friendly and responsive. It could open up in different mobile screen sizes, different laptop sizes, and desktop sizes. More and more people are shopping on their phones. And mobile optimized website does not only mean that it opens on mobile. That is one of the biggest mistakes people do when they don't understand when the term optimized. Optimized means that when the designer was working on this, he thought, keeping user in mind, that which are the elements I need to pay attention to. Is the button too small for a person with a bigger thumb to click on that? Is my text too close or too vast? Is my page having a horizontal scroll? The banners, they are reduced on the mobile size. Is there a content on the banner that is not readable when you open up in a smaller device like a mobile? So you need to think about that, and you have to also prioritize your elements on that page, so that if supposedly you are selling 15 different categories, but you know with your business data and your experience that out of these 15, the biggest of the sales comes from these four or five categories. It is very important on a mobile device, especially that these 4 5 categories should be visible before anything else. That helps you having a better experience, that helps you having a better conversion rate from users to customers. Moving forward, a very dear suggestion and a trick from our side: use email marketing. I know many of you may say, email marketing, who is reading emails these days? But email marketing till date is the best performing marketing exercise. It beats your social media, it beats your advertisements, it beats any other platform. If you have a list of your consumers, if you have a list of your customers, even if you are if your brick and mortar business till date, you have some showrooms, you have some shops, or you are dealing as a company, you are dealing directly, you are going home to home and collecting data, we encourage that you start collecting consumer emails, because the people out of the whole set of users, many of them, email is still the most preferred way of communication and getting the eyeballs in the right time. Email marketing is a powerful tool to drive sales. Send personalized emails to your customer based on their interest and previous purchases. You can create a relationship with them through this medium. You can also create relationship with WhatsApp, SMS, but email out of these are the most on the priority level. It is on the top because it is not that invasive, like a WhatsApp message which tings every time you receive, or an SMS which is now completely, my inbox of SMS is always full. Lot many SMS come, so there are chances that I'll miss something or do not read an SMS for 2 to 3 days. But for emails, it brings us couple of opportunity. One, we can be in front of the user when we want to. Example, there is a sale, there is an event happening, there is something exciting happened in your company. We can go write about it, share photographs and everything with the consumer. Second, important thing is you can use multimedia like pictures, you can use long text forms, then from email a person can click and go to the specific pages and view content and do that. So benefits of emails are so many. Don't ignore this medium. Start collecting your email list and start sending regular emails to your consumer base, and you will see traffic on your website increasing, the return customers, the return purchases, the purchases by the old customers, that adds to a lot of extra business. This goes without saying, but still it is one of the things that falls short. Provide excellent customer service. And let me just give a little bit more insights into it. Excellent customer service does not only mean that someone reaches out to you and you speak to them and you give them the resolution. Excellent customer service actually starts much before the problem occurs. For example, think of the ways of having a better relationships and fair dealings with the consumers. Consumers today are much better than, let's say, 5 or 10 years, long time. They are much more educated. When I say better, I mean to say they are much more educated about online. They're much more educated about who gives me better services, who gives me lesser services, what can be expected, and their expectations have increased. So make things easier for them, whether it's buying from you, that should be easier. Whether it's about consuming your data, knowing more about your product, if they are having certain doubts, if it is a high value purchase or a technical product, be available with content videos, FAQ sections, proper descriptions about the product so they can review it in their own time and get to understand your product and your offering and your promise with the product. Then if there is a chance of return, have a return policy which is favoring the customer. You know, one business that just built upon this whole psychology of we can trust this business blindly and we will get our refunds back. That is Amazon. The whole business model was built around that customer is the king. We are going to partial about the customer. If the customer complains, we will listen to that complaint. If the customer says this is wrong, then this is wrong. We will take the product back. We will do the refunds. We will not ask like 10 dozen questions to them. We will not ask them to click a photograph, send it to us, then go to the bank, write me a check, call this guy, call that one. No, it has to be simple. This product is at fault. Share a picture, tell us a little bit about yourself, and the customer service team should look at it, look at the genuinity and say, okay boss, yes, you are right, we are going to dispatch a replacement of that product, or if you want a refund, we are happy to refund, because this customer can come again to you, because with every return, every replacement, your reputation increases in the mind of this customer. He can tell other people about your business. Yes, you can buy from them, their customer return policy is good. He need not to bother that you have incurred a 50 rupees loss because of that extra logistics. Because what you have gained is a confidence in that consumer. That customer gained a confidence in your brand, and then he can actually do much more social marketing, word of mouth work marketing to their friends than any social can do for you. So build trust and loyalty with your customer, respond promptly to inquiries and resolve any issues quickly, but at the very top of it, create a business culture that is favoring the customer first. Be on their side, and they will always walk with you. I hope this is sounding interesting to you. Let's move on to the next one. Invest in search engine optimization. Yes, customers will only get to know you when you go out and start marketing. So that is one way, that you run your ads, you do your you do your uh, uh, things out there, send them emails, send them text messages, send them WhatsApp. But these are all the activities that will bring you the audience when you are actually doing this. Let's take an example. You run an advertisement in a newspaper. The day that advertisement will come, yes, there will be certain traction that you will see on the website. Probably a little bit of a transaction will follow on the next day or the third day. But after that, the purpose of that newspaper advertisement is completely lost. So we call them all paid media marketing, and some of these activities are essentials at least at the start of the business. But the other thing that needs to be a continuous activity is search engine optimization, because this one activity can bring in loads and loads of the users to your website for a very, very long time. Yes, it is slow, it is complicated, it takes time, but once the SEO kicks in, you start getting worth tons of free traffic on your website. So do not ignore this. Optimize your website for search engines to drive more organic traffic to your store. Keep investing into that. Keep investing into writing good content or creating good content. And so a relevant content related to your products, your categories, and people will keep coming to you. Analyze your data. That's our next tip. Yes, if you're not looking at your data, if you haven't had a chance to go to your Google Analytics or your Bing Analytics or whichever tool you are using, if you are not going there, you're not opening it, you're not checking how many users have come to my website, how many customers out of that user base became my customer, what is the conversion ratio, where are these people coming from, which pages are they spending time, can I create a correlation from those pages where they are visiting to the pages that I want them to visit? Can I go and see those pages where my bounce rate, like people coming and leaving the site immediately, is very high? What corrective measure should I take? Why the users are not increasing over time? All these questions can come to your mind, and some of these answers can come to you when you analyze your data. So we highly encourage, sit with your development teams, sit with your marketing teams uh, once a month at least, and go through this data with them. Understand this data. What is happening behind the scene? What is there under the hood? Yes, the website is there, but what is happening? How the machinery is working? What is working? What is not working? Which are my highest ranking pages, which are the pages which has the highest traffic, which are the pages which I need to optimize, which are the pages which are not offering, though my products are really good. All of this information and insights will come from analyzing your data. This becomes the most important activity of your digital agency who is helping you run into the e-commerce space. They will help you strategize. They will clear out all the doubts. They will tell you what actions to take, what actions not to take, what things you can ignore, and what are the red flags that you can't ignore and you have to take an action. Keep working on that. Keeping your things optimized will help users come more and more on the website, spend more time, get more activity. I'll give you an example. Um, we have a high ranking blog on our website, refreshideas.com, wherein we have created a list of all the social media events that happen, like Friendship Day, Valentine Days. There's a calendar that we have built up. Now, once we have built up, we have analyzed, okay, people are coming to this, they are consuming this data. How can we make it better for our business and also for the user? So we build up out of that insights that this is helpful for the consumer. We have built another section wherein we say, okay, these are the list of the activities. Now if you are there and you want to have something free and easy to use as a social post to share on your social media, we created a library of social posts that people can download and people can utilize. So one thing leads to the other. If they are getting all this stuff from us and the brands and the manufacturers like yourself, if you are using this, this builds confidence in a brand of Refresh Ideas. You know us, you are coming back to us for more and more. And because you are coming back to us, you are also consuming our content. Maybe it makes sense to you. Maybe you have learned certain things out of it and implemented and felt happy about it. Maybe you think that okay, we are the right fit for your agency to take you forward. And all of this can come. But the origination of this idea came from the analytics. Once we started looking at data, we thought, okay, this was performing. Out of this, what other actions can be taken up? So that's the summary of 10 of the most important points. I hope by implementing these strategies, you can optimize your online store for converting more and more customers and increase your sales. Remember, the key to success in e-commerce is to provide a seamless shopping experience and build a loyal customer base. Always be on the side of the customer, help him saving time, help him give him the best value out of your product and make his day with your products and with your testimonials. I hope this session is helpful. We will be coming back with more of these sessions. Do share your feedback and we will be taking up each of these things in much more detail in our coming sessions. Thank you, guys.